Hey everyone, I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas, and I'd like to wish you all a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Um, I'm going to do a jig that I've done before, but this is a revised version. It's a football craw jig, and it's blue craw, but it's blue craw 2.0. Some updated materials have come out, and it's so much better. So I decided we're going to do one of these today so everybody could see the different materials that have come about. In the vise is a 1/8 ounce football head. It is Magic Craw Blue in color. It's weedless. We have it ready for an FG12 weed guard, the smaller one. The hook is a 1/0 Victory 10360. Uh, they described this as the 10313, which is their version of the owner 5313. It's that hook with a 60-degree bend instead of a 90. Um, really happy with these so far. But let's get started with this version first. We're going to start off with a little bit of super glue brush on, and I just put a little bit on that part of the collar to lock it in, since we have a uh, a collar up here that'll keep the thread up without slipping down, but down here it won't. So we need a little bit of glue when we put our base on. And the other thing, uh, we don't have a trailer going on these craw jigs, so you could see I cut the barb off of that. You know, pretty standard for a normal craw style jig. But this one, like I said, is a little different. So the first thing I'm going to add is a little bit of sculpin olive bucktail. Not a lot, and I'm going to do it from up here. I just want it a little bit past, oh, maybe an inch past the bend of the hook. Use your judgment. So I'm going to tie that in just loose and then cut the excess off. Real simple deal. I'm going to work it back down to the end of the collar. This when I have that tied in nice and tight. And of course, I'm going to push it here from the back to make sure I want more of that bucktail coming out the top rather than the bottom. So our bucktail is tied in. The next thing we're going to add, this is one of the new materials, is this stuff. It's the Woolly Bugger UV Rayon, and this is the olive color. But with the UV, I don't know if you could see that, but you're getting these little blue shimmers. The color olive on this is really nice because it's not like a watermelon or a green pumpkin. It's sort of what you would get if you, there's darker and lighter elements in it. Really nice stuff. This isn't the typical regular woolly bugger chenille. I like that too, but this stuff is really nice. So I got to take a little piece of this. I'm not worried about pulling the core, exposing the core, because the only thing I'm using this for is a little chenille ball, like we do on all our other craw jigs. Maybe I should have pulled the core out and it would have, I didn't get enough of it tied. And so we don't want a big chenille ball. Just, and see, I pull it kind of tight. I want to make sure that's really secure on there. And that's good. And see, little piece like that, and you could do several jigs with it. So now we have that. Mhm. Sorry about that. I was running late today and didn't get all my morning meds in, so had to take that one last one that I just realized I had sitting and forgot about it. So the next thing we're going to add is our antenna. You can use any kind of silicone or round rubber that you want. This is just blue barbed wire, blue glitter, and we're going to put that on the top. And what I like to do is find at the center and tie it in like that first. And now we have the center tied. Sorry about that. Now I'll just fold them forward like so. And tie it in. Good to go. Next step is another new material. Not new material, but new color. This is awesome stuff. This is Tiger Barred Rabbit Strips, and the color is Key Lime Baby Blue. Which when I saw this, it's like, this is so perfect for this blue craw pattern. It isn't even funny. Combine it with this chenille and that Magic Craw blue paint, and it doesn't get any better. Seriously. Tie one claw in. Now, you can make these whatever length you want. You know, I like them about 1.5 inches past the very bend of the hook. You can make them longer or shorter, however you want to do it. But for me, this 1.5 inches works pretty well. I think it looks very natural. So now I got that tied in. We're going to take some more of this UV woolly bugger chenille, and I'm going to pull the fibers off, exposing that core. In fact, you could see the core on this has tinsel in it. So you get more flash. That's why I'm not adding any kind of flash whatsoever to this. There's more than enough. And we're going to take, this is blue saddle hackle. You could use neck hackle. When I got this blue, I got saddle hackle, and since I have it, I don't need the blue neck hackle. But you could use neck hackle if you so choose. You want to tie that in and make sure it's secure, and then we start wrapping our chenille. See which way will work better, and this way looks. I like to wrap the chenille in the same direction as my thread. I know some guys don't, but I do that. Now I'm leaving a little space at the head there so I can have my little feather collar. I think that adds to it. I think it kind of gives it that tail effect. Now, I'm going to pull my barbs down here on my feather and start wrapping that. Should have got my hackle pliers, but we're okay. I just gotta take my time and make sure I get the placement correct, which I try to make sure I get it in between all the wraps of chenille. You're only going to get maybe 3 turns before you get to the collar. Of course, if you're using a larger hook, you'll get more, and then when I get to the collar, I like giving an extra wrap up there too. And this is the hardest part, is trying to get your stem cut as close as you can without cutting many of those little fibers. And that's what we ended up doing. We got it pretty good there. So now I'm just going to finish up this collar. And we're going to whip finish it. Forgot a couple of tools, like my whip finish tool and my bodkin. For those that haven't seen other videos or looked in the comments section, this is a Dr. Slick 6-inch whip finisher. Barlow's now carries this. So you can get your Dr. Slick. I do like Dr. Slick tools. I have a lot of them. My scissors are all Dr. Slick. Okay, our thread's cut. Now we're just going to add a little bit of head cement here, which is the Loon water-based head cement. And I'm going to use a bodkin to apply that. Don't need much. Clean that off and put everything away. And now we're going to add our FG12 weed guard, and then I'll show you what we have. Take our super glue gel control. Get a little drop in there. You don't need much. And there we have our little blue Craw 2.0. Once I get the tank set up, that's what it's going to look like in the water. That's the kind of presentation you're going to get, because that rabbit will stand it right up, especially on that little football head. That there is a cold water smallmouth killer. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.